All right, welcome back to Sodi Pop on YouTube. Yes, we are here officially. Boom, boom, boom. I am making sure. Ooh, let's get out of this studio mode. Okay. Oh, what's going on? There we go. Yes, that was interesting. So I am trying to. YouTube was having issues, and then I was trying to get the screen mirroring working and it worked, and then it didn't. And it is cool if it works. So let me try and redo this here. I'm gonna try and restart it because I have an idea. I want to start reading the comics along with you guys because I think these are super fun. And skip that. Okay, cool. All right, I think we got it. I think we got it. Sweet. Okay. Well, welcome back, everyone. Today we have a biggie. We have Kraven's Last Hunt. Yes, 30,000 editions, and this is going to be part 1 of 6. So this is going all the way to Saturday. So I'm waking up early all the way to Saturday. And what do I have here? But a little comic to read as well. So I thought we could read along with this together. I actually had a background and everything set up. Let's see if the that works out here. No, we're gonna put let's put this here, and you guys should still be able to see me just fine. All right, so that's gonna go there, and this is gonna go here, and then we're adding a browser no, game capture, no, media source, no. We're capturing that. And it's going to be, I think that one. No, no. Oh, I think my cat's leaning on my keyboard, just messing things up. There we go. Okay. I think we got it. I think we are in the business, as they say. Sweet. Boom. Okay. I think we're good. Look at that. Sweet. Oh, this is so cool. All right, we have our comic reading abilities. We're going to read this comic. We have about 12 minutes left, so we might have to finish afterwards, which is just fine. Very cool, very exciting. Let me know how you're doing if you're joining in this morning. I hope you're doing super, super well. So we have the Web of Spider-Man. We'll probably continue reading this in just a minute and I'll probably have to reconnect this, unfortunately, but that's how it works. But it starts with Kraven, so part 1, the coffin. I'm Kraven, the beast. Ooh, let's go in. I like the panel mode. The beast. Oh, he's naked battling a jaguar. And he just threw him. Kraven's pretty intense. And this is from the Ultimate Universe. The Ultimate Universe is different from, I think Earth 616, which is where a lot of the main Marvel stuff takes place. Man, this Kraven guy, he is just a beast. My mind is rage and glory. Kraven is interesting because he likes hunting the bad guys, but it's for the thrill of the hunt. It's not to necessarily protect anyone. So he is an interesting dude to say the least. I'm gonna move that down a little bit. My heart is fire and pride. My body is grace and power. He says all these like live animals that he battles. I am Kraven. Shink. So I'm going to go back to that panel. So he's digging up something. Or something is being dug up. The old man, now, though would you believe it, just a child when my parents came to this country shortly after the overthrow of the Tsar, some 70-odd years ago. There were no more room for Russia, for aristocrats, for culture, for honor, for human dignity. So he's Russian, I remember that. But all those things were bred in my bones long before the Trotskys and the Lenins dragged my homeland to the pit. Dignity, honor, were such qualities today. All the world, it seems, has followed Russia's sad example. Were my parents alive today, they would look upon the frightened, wounded animal called civilization without recognition, and with great fear and great disgust. I'm Kraven. This guy is classy. I think he's pretty cool, actually. We didn't really get to know Kraven too much in the show, I will say that much. But he is a badass. Kraven the Hunter. I found dignity, not in the cities, but in the jungles. I found honor not in the civilized, but in the primal. I found mortality. I found meaning in the hunt. But I cannot escape time forever. Herbs and roots potions cannot rejuvenate a dying spirit, or heal a heart crushed by the weight of a corrupted age. I will die soon. I must die soon. Oh, he looks like he's like 40. Does he really have to die soon? Is that the thing that he has to do right away? Probably not. I don't think so. So, Kraven, feel better. Be nicer. I hope you do. Let's go ahead and check on. We're going to pause from this. Let's going to check on everything else right now. All right. So we are just a few minutes away. 8 minutes away from the drop. Make sure we are ready here in the drop countdown. I got my app going, and I will probably unplug my iPad just so, because that's what I do my drop on, just to make sure that we're ready to go so we can get that drippity drop. So there are, of course, 5 variant covers. This is number 1 of 6. Really, really beautiful artwork in here. I've looked through the comic a bit, and I really enjoy reading it with you. So that's what we're doing today. We're gonna be reading the comics. If you do or don't like it or what have you, let me know. I wasn't sure if I could, to be honest. Copyrights, because everything, of course, belongs to Marvel. Nothing belongs to me. Not financial advice. All those fun disclaimers. But there are some channels that do read comic books, and they're quite popular. And they don't even say much about the comics. So it's like a spirited reading. If anything, hopefully this would implore you to go out ahead and get some of these comic book readers. They're absolutely fantastic on these devices. So let me know what you think down below. We're going to be reading the comic all this week, and if that is something I should continue on or not. It's pretty cool. I like it. I think this little app thing is pretty neat. Anyways, all right, going back to the web of Spider-Man. This is the number 1 in the Spider-Man arc. Essentially, Kraven he destroys Spider-Man, but it takes a lot to take him down. It really does. This is in the Ultimate Spider-Man universe. So Web of Spider-Man number 1. Then we get to Amazing Spider-Man number 293. Spectacular Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man back there. Amazing Spider-Man number 294. Spectacular Spider-Man number 132. So it jumps all around. How would you ever know to read this other than they lay it out all for you? I don't know, to be honest. Pretty intense as far as what you have to do. So we're going to look at the Web of Spider-Man number 31. They have 5 variant covers. These 2 are the original cover. So of course we have that in the black and white. And then this was designed by, this is specifically for, really nice. This is specifically for VeVe. So it is a variant cover and is unique to VeVe. They've been doing a lot of these. I think Fantastic Four, the Space Ghost one, I think it was number 15 or something. So whatever the Space Ghost Fantastic Four is, that was the very first variant cover they ever did, which might be important in the future. I can see these people collecting these rare and ultra rare. Once things like start settling down in the culture and stuff and what these are, collecting these rare and ultra rares, because these are the variant covers. They're exclusive to NFT world, to VeVe world, which is freaking awesome. I know they actually had a closer look at it with, and it's by an artist. Here it is. Yeah, by an artist, Marco Turini. So we can look at some other stuff he's done shortly, pretty soon. But we'll look at some other stuff he's done. Very exciting. Okay, we're 5 minutes away from the drop. Want to make sure to get ready. If you're in the chat, say hi. And thank you so much. Again, I appreciate all your amazing, amazing support. I love doing this. And let me go and make sure. Let's make sure my girlfriend is up for the drop. She's always like, you didn't wake me up. Like, well. All right. A few minutes away. As always, I hope no one gets one. I've thought about doing, oh, I don't have mine. That's okay. I don't have my massage gun right here with me, but I didn't practice it, so I don't want to risk it. Because last time I did it, I messed it up. So I want to make sure I practice it. Okay, I'm going to disconnect my iPad just so I am ready for this. You might hear a little disconnecting sound on your end, I'm not sure. Probably. And we are going to get into the web of Spider-Man. Just a few minutes left before the drop. We're going to pull up the world clock for me. Again, I'm about 15, 20 seconds behind you, so don't pay attention to my world clock. Again, you can get the rebound about 4 minutes after the drop. And one moment, I'm actually going to be right back in 1 second. All right, we are back. Glad I went and said something. She definitely was not up. All right, so we are back in action. Just a couple minutes waiting for the drop. I have about 1 minute and 43 seconds on my clock, but maybe it's going to be a little bit sooner for you because, again, you're about 15, 20 seconds behind me. Yeah, behind. Got my Animal Crossing water cup. Oh, man. I'm excited for Pokemon. A little bit concerned. But we'll see. I hope Pokemon Arceus Legends is good. I mean, this guy's right. You should blind box collectibles every format. VeVe doesn't know what they're talking about. They're crazy. All right. We are back waiting for the drop. I hope no one gets one, as always. All right, didn't get it off the initial. We're gonna try and go for the rebound. I still have the buy now button. So we will see where that gets us. It's only 30,000 editions for all of these, so it's right in that midsection that is not definitely not guarantee you one. And I'm assuming these will be pretty popular. Again, it's Spider-Man, and again, it is only 7 gems, so really everyone on the app can most likely participate. I'm assuming like some of the popular ones like Disney Golden Moments and comics are probably their most popular drops just because they're so cheap. There's such a huge upside to a lot of these comics right away. Again, if you get a secret rare, that's immediately, 600 to 1,000 gems depending on what it is. With this one, I don't know. If it's a secret rare, I probably will hold on to it for a little bit. Why? Because it's Spider-Man, and everything is just going up and up. It is crazy. The Todd Batman has eclipsed 13,000, almost at 14,000. Last time I checked, it was like at 13,999 right before the stream. The Spider-Man Secret Rare has reached new all-time highs. I think the Walt statue reached an all-time high. So everything is just reaching all-time highs. It is insane. And this is, people were making price predictions and stuff, and others were maybe calling them crazy. And again, I've said these NFT collectibles will 10x anything physical, and that's just kind of in a generality. And again, some of them are going to be trash. A lot of them out right now are trash. VeVe is a little bit different because especially with Marvel, like there's a reason Marvel is probably releasing all of these. So for this one, the universe of which the Web of Spider-Man is Ultimate Spider-Man. The Ultimate Universe has had some really cool stories and things happening throughout. As I've done my research, has had some really cool things, and I've been reading these comic books. The Ultimate Universe is separate, it's kind of a separate timeline, different Spider-Man, different all these things. And the universe is part of the Secret Wars, which we know is going to be coming at some point in the Marvel. And the Secret Wars sounds really cool. I know the Comics and Crypto guys bought a bunch of those books, and because of the announcement, they're doing really well with those. But that's kind of the point, is that they release things that will probably have some meaning. So everything they're releasing now, especially, the Marvel Mighties are releasing a lot of Fantastic Four stuff, which we have not seen Fantastic Four anything in a long time, although they are very popular in the comic world. They're probably Marvel is directly connected to the pop culture world, and they're probably going to make them more apparent in the pop culture world. I'm sure once they've been producing Avengers, Marvel, Fantastic Four is one of their biggest, most well-known comics ever, but in popular culture, it really isn't. And I've been saying this on every single live stream, almost anytime I talk about VeVe, is you are limiting yourself when just referring to comics when talking about this stuff. Pop culture in general is so much bigger than comics. Miles Morales, Into the Spider-Verse, the recent game from Sony, and the comics. The comics almost don't even matter. Just the game from Sony and the Spider-Verse, like that alone, of course, like the comics predate all that, and it makes everything. Oh, you forgot to drop. We'll see if you can get the rebound dash. We're right at 4 minutes. I did not get the first rebound. I've been clicking. I did not get one yet. We'll put that out there, yet. The last Spider-Man comic I got was off of a rebound. So I saw the buy now button. I didn't get it off the drop. Sorry to hear that. I've definitely been there, done that, especially in the middle of all the drops. There's a small time period of about a month when like the Givenchy stuff was dropping. I think I woke up too late for the Marvel for Spider-Man. I'm so like upset about that. For the Spider-Man drop, I just woke up too late, and I was like, oh, I was so pissed at myself because I remember like waking up for the Spider-Man drop, and it was like 10 minutes past because I think I'd woken up really early, and then I'd gotten sleepy and then went back to sleep. And it was upsetting to me. And that was when everything was really cheap too. So I should have just bought one later. But hindsight's 2020. That happens with many, many things, especially in crypto land and NFT land. There's so many things that blow up and you can't catch all of them, that's for sure. All right, so I'm still clicking, still trying to get this. Back to my original point is that, number one, everything Marvel releases on here probably has meaning in what they're going to be releasing in the near future. Fantastic Four being one of them. Point number two that I've said again and again and again, and people are just starting to catch on to. I heard Cavell talk about this just recently, and I heard some people talk about it on Twitter Spaces. But again, I've known this since the beginning, is that these comics, all this stuff is more than just comics. It's more than just what collectors think. It's 20, 50, 100 times more because it's pop culture. And so if you're basing comic books, you're basing some of these stories off of what the comic book collector says, it's a good place to begin. Don't get me wrong, good place to start. But you have to imagine what it's going to be in the future and why. So Miles Morales is a really great example of what's happening right now. I think he's going to be a big Spider-Man in the future, and he is super popular with younger kids today. Super popular. I mean, I like him too as well. And he has some really great pop culture stuff. The movie, the video game. And of course, the comics are great, but it is such a smaller portion of what is important for mass popularity. The comics is like so teeny tiny. Look at Comic-Con and what it's become. It's very little comics now. It's all about pop culture, which is, you know, good and bad. It's just changed. It's just different. So when you're looking at stuff long term, that's how you want to view as like a futurist and investor is, okay, this is what obviously Marvel Comics #1 has been priced like crazy, but what could be the Marvel Comics #1 that we don't understand right now? We only know Marvel Comics #1. Back when Marvel Comics #1, it wasn't, you know, super, that wasn't even a big thing. As we can tell, none of them have been perfectly preserved. So we have the hindsight of knowing that's already important. But what is going to be important in the future that we don't know for sure is important right now? That's what you have to be thinking about. That's what you have to be finding, you know, possible deals or stuff. You have to be guessing at what could be popular. And this stuff in the app that is popular will eclipse Marvel Comics #1 physical times 50. Why? Because it's so easy to buy and sell these things. It's so easy to verify that they are real. The collecting aspect is so easy that the addressable market for all these comics, all these collectibles is massive. It is the entire world that has any sort of internet connection. Whereas for comics, collectibles, it's so annoying to buy and sell, and especially resell, and to verify that you're getting something good and to trust. You have to be, the effort and the money and the time it takes is just annoying. Plus you have to have a place to present it. I have this really wonderful colorized Todd statue, and my cat was just biting on my Cloud Strife amiibo yesterday. I'm like, man, I can't put that Todd statue out without protection because it has really nice sharp corners, and I know my cat is going to be all over that. All right, still clicking. All right, so I missed the 8-minute mark. I mean, I didn't miss it. I've been clicking the buy now button. So the point is that it's past that 8-minute, past the 4-minute. We will see. This one I might buy. I'll probably buy all the comments of these. We haven't seen, prices have just been crazy. Why? We just have more new people coming in. It's retail money is what they say in crypto. More new retail money. We don't really, I doubt we have any business money really in here. Will we eventually have business money? Yeah, I think once we open up to Immutable X and stuff like that, there will be businesses that will buy full collections and keep them and hold them and resell them as kind of an investment. And obviously we have individual users that have large pockets. You know, you think of Andre Jick or that other guy with blonde hair, I always forget his name. He was a Vine star. Logan Paul, there we go. But yeah, There's a lot of very wealthy people that aren't in here and come in here, but that doesn't matter because you just have 20,000 people every single day signing up, and they just each bring $30, $40, which is pretty usual if you want to buy anything. 20,000 people, 20,000 people times 10, that is 200,000, and then that times 4, so almost 800,000. If 20,000 people are coming a day and they're putting in $40 into the app, they could be putting in less, I don't know. Let's just say it's 40. I think that's reasonable to say in average. But they're putting $40 times 20,000 people is $800,000 a day. And then if you look at each, there's only 3 million, and it's growing every day, but there's only like 3 million plus NFTs minted, which sounds like a lot. Sounds like a lot. But if you look at the market caps of any crypto in the top 100 or even down, the supply of each and every one is like hundreds of millions of tokens, and a lot of them are, you know, in the billions of market caps. So what if you just look at the overall VeVe as a market, as a token in itself, it only has a 3 million supply, which is what Bitcoin has 21 million. So it's like 3 times 5 is 15. So it's going to be 1/8 or 1/9 of around there. It's probably, man, I'm not doing math right now. 18. Yeah, so it's going to be about 1/7 of what Bitcoin is in supply. And then you have $1 billion, let's say, in this app, which is not unreasonable to think. What is every NFT? And obviously that's not going to be evenly distributed with every NFT, but what is every NFT then worth? If there's $1 billion in this app, you treat it like a token. And that's what I've talked about forever, is these are utility tokens in and of themselves, because utility, and VeVe has said this themselves, they want to add a lot more utility onto all of these, which is super, super cool and very unique to NFTs. And I'm huge into gaming, and I get so frustrated. I watch a lot of gaming channels, and especially Kind of Funny, which is one of my favorites. I followed him since before they started. And I've met up with Greg Miller and stuff. Really nice guy. He doesn't know who I am, but I've been to meetups, is all I want to say. I don't know him, but they clearly do not understand NFTs and what they can and could be used for. All they see is artwork, and it's selling for a lot of money. And they go, okay, this artwork is stupid or it's ugly, but they have no idea, okay, you get airdrops and you get more artwork and you get physical things from the artist, and you also get these tokens that are also worth something. And that's just the regular NFT world, but not even talking about the VeVe NFT world. They don't even know about this. They have no idea this exists or what it is. So it is crazy to me, their opinion, and I get it because they don't know anything about it. But it's annoying, as they are journalists. They should do some research on it, and they should try and discover more about it before they completely like poo-poo it. All right, I'm still clicking. This one I'm probably going to be clicking until it won't let me click anymore. So we're at 14 minutes. We're past the 12. I'm still going. So Dush, I'm planning on reading the comic today. We started reading it a little bit this morning. Had a little bit late start because I had issues. I had to restart my computer. YouTube was not updating anything. I still think my icon for this is wrong because it wasn't updating any of my live stream settings for some reason. So I had to restart everything and get going. But my plan is to be reading each of these comics every day with you guys right at 7:30. I looked at it, it takes about 11 minutes to read a comic. So I'm assuming like, okay, we're going to read it in like 15 minutes. We're going to talk about that in addition to other news. Maybe that will occur later or earlier, but I think we can at least read the comic while we're waiting for the market to open as well. So I think that'd be cool. If you think that's cool, if you're interested in that, if not, we will not do that. But I like reading these, and I think this is a fun time to read them. Should read them with all of you because I like reading. Part of the reason why I started YouTube, started these channels, is that I have all these interests, gaming, whatever, and I want to talk about it with people. And I don't have too many people in my personal life that I know that do any of this. I'm always the one introducing people to this stuff. So I'm like, all right, number one, I want to educate people because I do know a lot about this. And I don't know everything. I definitely don't know very little about comics, but that's why I'm reading these, and I'm reading all about the universes and all the wikis and everything. Super interesting stuff. But I do know a lot about crypto, know a lot about gaming, and it's a lot of fun for me as well. All right, so let's see. We are at 8:15. Keep on going. We have Spider-Man. So it's really hilarious. The comic starts out with our man Kraven, like naked in his, he's Russian aristocracy. So he's like old style before probably like Anastasia. You know how Rasputin, they tried to kill him, and that whole era, the czars and stuff before Russia turned communist. He's like that old type of money, obviously really crazy and stuck up and insane, but he was battling jaguars and apes and stuff naked. He's great. He's awesome. Wearing a cool robe, talking about how he needs to die soon because the hunt needs to continue. And I think so in this world, so again, there's multiple worlds, multiple Peter Parkers and stuff. In this one, Peter Parker, Kraven has killed Peter Parker because he wants to essentially be, he wants to be top of the food chain, and Peter is the biggest one, the biggest threat. Kraven is an interesting guy. He's not 100% bad. He's all about the thrill of the game and the hunt. So he's not just like causing havoc, but he wants to take down the biggest predators. Peter Parker being one of them. I'm still clicking. Let me know if you guys got any rebounds, got anything off the drop. I know I have not yet. Dush, question for you. Did you decide to buy anything? I know you're looking at possibly the comic books. I know we spoke about some that might be worth it. Again, I'd rather be in this market than out of it in general because everything is just going up, up, and up. If anything, you could get something that is pretty meaningful, like a meaningful comic book. Again, we spoke about the first appearance of the Green Goblin yesterday. I think it was Amazing Spider-Man 14 or 15. And I think that was around 40-ish gems, right around your price point. And that one is probably, curious if that one's doing well. Oh, okay, my app restarted, so it probably kicked me out, unfortunately. Let's see, Comey Wiki. Let's go in here. Oop. Hold on 1 second. That's not what I wanted. I hate Comey Wiki. I don't love how they do it there. Okay. So market. All right, it kicked me out of the app. So it looks like it for me. I did not get the drop. Did not get the rebound. Oh, and my app also restarted on my phone. All right. No drop, no rebound for me at 19 minutes. That is okay. So I'm going to plug my... We can start reading the comic again. Let's go. I want to check out... Oops. Okay, let me... Oh, man, stupid. The Comey Wiki just kills me. All right, 1 moment. As I sign into this, even though I was already signed in. And then, of course, when I sign in, my settings revert back. Because why would you want your settings to stay the same? That's crazy. All right, markets. Let's go. Okay, we are back here. All right, so let's go look at the comics. So we're looking at the Amazing Spider-Man. I think number 15 or something. It was a teen with the Green Goblin. Which is the one with the Green Goblin? Look at my collection. See which one that is. So the Green Goblin is 14, not 15. Yeah, why would that pop up? Amazing spider. All right, let's just see if we can scroll down and find it. Number 3, and that's the Doc Ock. Which do they have? The common of number 3. That's around 64. Okay, here we go. Common of number 14, 34. Which, I don't know if that's the current price. So it may or may not be the current price because all of them, both Ecomi Wiki, so I think we were talking about it yesterday when it has been below 40. So again, that might be a decent one. If you were able to get it in this little dippy dip, I always say, you know, try and wait, try and be patient. That is a good one in general. And we spoke about number 50 as well, when he turned his back on it. This one seems to be up probably around where it was yesterday. I remember it being around 40, so probably pretty close, but another one that would be a decent investment. The Spider-Man in general, Daredevil's very popular in the comic world, but Daredevil isn't too popular in the pop world. However, the Daredevil show was great, or is great, on Netflix, and they are incorporating that into the universe. I know Wilson Fisk, he is coming into, so Kingpin, he's coming into the Marvel universe, I guess. Same actor and everything. So really cool. Fantastic Four, as we discussed in our last live stream, so yesterday, they have started casting it, and then I saw today they might reveal the casting soon, which is great. You know, every time there's going to be big Fantastic Four news, instead of like that, like under the skirt stuff. I think the casting will be pretty big. We're going to be seeing that everywhere. Every time there's Fantastic Four casting news or casting news of a new movie, expect to see a jump up in prices and anything in VeVe that's related to it. I grabbed a Dr. Doom a few days ago, so hopefully he'll do well. And then I'll probably grab the rest of that series, since Dr. Doom is by far the most expensive one, which is crazy. I never thought I would grab Dr. Doom, but it's worked out pretty well. So if you've had anything in the past week inside this app, you've done pretty awesome. Past 2 weeks, really spent 17 days of just pure awesomeness if you've been in the app. Let's see, where are we here? All right. So let's see if our market is open. Probably not. Nope, not open. Cool. We're going to go back to reading the comic. Whoop. All right. And Kraven says, I will die soon. I must die soon. As he reaches in his casket, pulls out the black Spider-Man suit. But not yet. As he cries. Little crybaby. Joe Face is dead. Or Joe Face is dead. Why should I care? He was just another street snitch, a 2-bit thug. Sometimes I'd pump him for information, and sometimes I'd put him away. And now he's dead. So why should I care? How many Joe Faces? I'm assuming that's Joe Face, maybe. Joe Faces have I known over the years? Too many to count. They're not people, they're just obstacles in my way, means to an end. And if they die, poor stupid sap. Why should I care? Didn't leave behind no money, no family to speak of. We're all you had, Joey. And this could have been the best we do. Chunk, chunk. We got a collection for you, Joey. Figured the last we owed you was a decent box and a piece of the ground. Yeah, and maybe someday somebody will do the same for freak us. Holy jeez, it's Spider-Man. But they can't quite set the name out of their mouths. They're too scared, running from someone who doesn't even exist. Joe Face was scared too. He'd use his shake when he'd see me. He'd used to run like they're running. There's no Spider-Man. He's a mask, a myth. Whip. Stop. I didn't come looking for trouble. A lie. Oh, sure, it'd be great if putting on a costume could miraculously change the man underneath it, but it can't. I'm not Spider-Man. I'm just Peter Parker. I came to say goodbye. And I guess I do care. Man, Peter, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. But they'll never understand that. How could they? How could anyone? Sometimes I wish I could get into their heads, see myself the way they see me. Harry, no! You kidding? I'll nail that wall. Crawling freak, and if my reps made me in this in town? On second thought, maybe not. Don't even try. Good boy, Harry. Skitter off into the corner and hide. Wouldn't want to get too close to the wall crawling freak, would you? Oh, Spider-Man's stealing some money. Won't want to find out that he's as human as you are. A decent box and a piece of ground. It's fragile. Shunk. As scared of dying? That's what this all is about, isn't it? Yesterday, Ned leads. Today, Joe Face. Tomorrow, Aunt May, Mary Jane, me. Funny, I'm out there facing death every day as Spider-Man, but I never really think about it. Guess I don't let myself. Yet, ooh, Spider-Man, you got a body. Yet so many people I love have died before their time. Uncle Ben, Captain Stacy, Gwen, now Ned. Do I think I somehow immune? I'm going to die. Time to turn off the light. Click, but not yet. Ooh, I wonder if Spider-Man's scared of any spiders. It's a good question. Oh, Kraven's certainly not. God, he's such a weird dude. He's intense. Kraven being covered alive with spiders. He's eating him. Tonight. No, 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 no. Oh. Oh, so he's a nightmare. Dream, dream, it was only a dream. No, nightmare. No, good, dark, and wet. Things. Tonight. Things crawling all over me. Couldn't breathe or think, couldn't move. Things. Tonight. Spiders. Squish. Uh-oh. Foreshadowing. Tonight. Head's pounding. Like someone's playing drums inside my brain. Jungle drums. Got the shivers. Stomach's in a knot. Maybe I'll just crawl up into a ball and... No, just keep moving. Gotta keep moving. And everything will be alright. For years, the spider has thwarted me. Mocked me. Humiliated me. In the beginning, I was naive. I thought I was a man, but he couldn't possibly be a man. No man could do Kraven what Spider has. No man. No black. So inhuman. So beautiful. You exist to test me, don't you? To taunt and challenge me. And I cannot rest until I have proven myself, until I've destroyed you. I cannot rest. Thunk. Okay, Parker, let's get real. Ever since Ned died, you've been upset. Really upset. So, that's to be expected. That's normal. So why? And what you're feeling now, it's not surprising. You haven't been sleeping well. You've been on the move constantly, and seeing Joe Face tonight didn't help anything. God, the art's so good. So why am I sure that your nerves got shot, you're doing dog tired, you're probably coming down with the flu? All right, let's set 8:29. The market's only almost open. Oop. Sorry, trying to go back to this mode. All right, market's almost open. Let's see if it is. We're gonna open that back up. Oop, I closed the wrong thing. They look very similar, the blue and the gray. All right, the market. Up a Spider-Man. Not quite yet. All right. So we got the all right. So market's not quite yet ready. Open. Go back up to the Marvel Unlimited. It's a very cool app. So we're about halfway through this book. Kraven is hunting Spider-Man. Spider-Man feels like something's gonna happen. Spider, spider, burning bright. In the forest of the night. Thunk. The immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry. Dumb, very dumb. My spider sense warned me in time I should have been able to dodge that. No, second dart, but I was sloppy. No, dart? I was dart? Scared? Dart? Of course. It's gotta be him. Joe Face. No, it can't be. He's dead. Joe Face. That dart must have been tipped with, I don't know, some kind of drug or potion or Joe Face? It's not Joe Face, it's Kraven. Come to me, spider. I'll start speaking like that. That's Kraven's voice. Come to me. The night I have widened my consciousness with herbs and roots. Tonight I have immersed myself in your being, eaten of your flesh. The night my mind has penetrated your essence. It feasts upon, like maggots, upon the corpse. Come to me. It's not Joe Face, it's Kraven. It's not Joe Face, it's Kraven. It's not Joe Face, it's Kraven. Kraven. It won't work. Come to me, spider. And let's honored be restored. Thwack. That twice I let him catch me. What the devil's wrong with me? Crack. Muscles are getting stiff. I can hardly lift my head. Oh, he's drugged me all right, but I can hang in for a little while. These recuperative powers should throw off the effect before too. Terrific. Now, just net is made of. It's something I have in trouble with. Full strength. Headaches getting worse. And now I'm feeling now I could take all night. Drums to break me free. Juggle drums. Okay, so maybe I will take all night. Okay, so maybe I will take all night. Oops, wrong voice. I've been in a worse shape before. I know Kraven's method. What's he got there? He's got like Doc Ock and the Vulture and the rest of them. Looks like a rifle. He's gonna pack me of some secret hideout, spend a couple of hours ranting and raving. A rifle. And while he does, I'll find a way to beat the smirking face right in. A rifle? Honored. Will be restored. Come on, Cravey. Rifles aren't your style. Look at the eyes. There's something in his eyes. You've always been macho man. You've always wanted to pound me into the hamburger. This isn't the Kraven I know. With your hands. He's... Yesterday, Ned leads. Out. Today, Joe Face. Of. Tomorrow. His. Aunt May. Mary Jane. Blam! What? Shunk. 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 I can't read the whole word. I feel like it got cut off. Ooh, Spider-Man is dead. Wow, Kraven's actually killed Spider-Man. Does that guy have to be shirtless at a funeral? Ooh, lowering Spider-Man into the ground. Shunk. That's Kraven. Ooh. I feel like we need to view this fully. Coom. Spider, spider burning bright. In the forest of the night. What immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? Ooh! Spider-Man is dead. It's over. So that is number 1. That was good. Dush, I bought the number 1 Captain America Sam version with the thought that the movie was going to release and would therefore increase the value of the comic. but I didn't lose gems. It's actually going up, but I think I did the wrong research. I bought it at 18 gems. Now it's 2150 floor. Nice, man. That's awesome. Never be upset with doing well. You know, you can always trade that for something else if you don't have faith in it, if you don't like it for some reason. I definitely have on different stuff. So let me know. Spider-Man's dead at the beginning. Comic starts off, he's dead. Oh my gosh, Kraven's last hunt. So how do we come back from this? I guess we'll see tomorrow. Yeah, but you're earning gems. That's all you need to know. It is not open yet, 8:35. Just kind of keep on reloading here. Let's see. The marketplace not open quite yet. Nope. I actually got a common of this one, and I sold her for 55 because I just really wanted the gems back. Not super into this particular. I'm sure, again, she's probably going to go up to like 70 or 80. It's really interesting. Again, as I said, as more and more people are coming in, there's more and more money. Again, if everyone just brings $40 and it's 20,000 people a day, that's $800,000. But obviously people have more or less of that. That's not going to be every day. You know, people might just put in 10, even just $10 at 20,000 people is $20,000 a day. That's more than 1.4 million a week. And again, there's the market cap in general is still really, really small. You know, it's multi-millions, but not very crazy. Actually, let's go ahead and look at the market cap. So the market cap of the Amazing Spider-Man secret rare here is 3.2 million, which again, all the market cap is how many there are. This isn't right. $800,000. There's no right. It actually sold for that much. Someone probably has it at that price, but there's probably only a couple for sale. The Amazing Spider-Man number 253 is going to throw everything off because there's a limited supply, so people are trying to sell it for crazy high. Let's see what else here. So let's look at the Green Goblin one again. Or Daredevil. Oh my gosh. VeVe Wiki. Let's look at Todd. So Todd Batman there's plenty of them. There's plenty of them being sold right now. You can kind of see it here. It's 2.25 million market cap. And that's one of the higher ones on the VeVe that's actually happening. So it's only 2.25 million. And you have $1 million, even if just 20,000 people are bringing $10 a day, you have $1 million coming in every week, or more than $1 million. And you can imagine that's going to go up and down. It's probably going to go up. So if $1 million comes in this next week and they put it all into Todd, although that's not exactly how it works, all it is the recent sale price. It's what someone is willing to sell it for. So right now someone's willing to sell it for 14 grand, and that's times the amount. So it's 14 grand times 7,500. So it's a little tricky. It doesn't mean the amount of money in the Todd McFarlane itself, but you're kind of basing it off of that. So if people do pump $1 million, this will rise. So if someone buys $1 million worth of Todd McFarlane's, obviously this price is going to rise and the market cap will rise much faster than just $1 million. It won't be 2.25 right now. It won't be 3.25. It'll be like $5 or $6 million market cap, because you're buying up all these ones that are at 14,000, and the next one, I'm sure if we look at the market right now, there might be 3 or 4 at 14,000, but then the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are around 20. So keep that in mind. All right, so Dush. Yeah, I did the wrong formula, but still got the right answer. What sites were you using for VeVe tracking the price and rarity? So I use 2 sites right now mainly. I use Ecomi Wiki, which gives me these charts. You have to pay, you didn't used to, but now you have to pay for these charts. But you can still see. So this is the landing page, ecomiwiki.com. If you click in market, the premium graphs is what you have to pay for, but I'm logged in. And then these tables gives you like all of them like how many listings there are, price drop, and kind of like it doesn't give you too much information, but it gives you everything all at once. I prefer my NFT. Let me switch back to, oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. Okay. Let me switch back here for you. All right, I prefer, so the Comey Wiki, this is a landing page. On the top left here, you see market and collectibles. I click on market, and then this is premium. It's like 10 bucks a month. And then this is for free. It kind of puts everything all in one place. I prefer for this stuff my NFT tracker. It's prettier. You can look at NFTs. And you can see what can you see? What can you see? All right, so you can see all the different NFTs, and you can go down, you can actually click into them, and you can see charts here. You can see it for 30 days or for all. If you click on these boxes, it's so I like to get rid of the total listings, and this will just be a chart of kind of its general price. And again, the prices aren't perfect. I've noticed they've like not updated them perfectly. So let's go to Sharkbite. Sharkbite I've been paying attention to because I want to get one of those. So the lowest market price, this is just 3 days. This is 7 days. So he started around 400 and then kind of has gone up and down since. So if you look at 30 days, he's released early January. So it's been mid 400s. He hasn't done too much because he's gone up to 500, dropped back down to mid 400s. So this is where you can see free charts, a little bit more cumbersome because they don't all show up at the same time, but you can click into individual ones. So that's what I said is get a list of ones that you might want and why you might want them, and then kind of start there. Even the Mermicornos have stayed pretty consistent. Again, Sharkbite started at 400 in the market. Hasn't done too much, but everything in general has gone up quite a bit. The Amazing Spider-Man, I mean, this one, the secret rare, I actually got this one on the drop. I sold it right away for like 600, 550, because I wanted to put that into other things. It's been doing well. But it's not doing as well as the stuff I traded it for, which is important. But Spider-Man, never underestimate Spider-Man comics. Spider-Man is just so crazy popular. All right, so we got that. So yes, so I use, in short, my NFT tracker, and then I use the Ecomi Wiki. They're not perfect. They're getting better. Ecomi Wiki is nice because the charts are all right there. But as you see, it like crashes all the time for me. So I don't know why. And then the settings reset for me all the time and all sorts of stuff. So it's weird. Okay, let's see. The market is hopefully open. So let's jump back to this. See if that market is open. Only in VeVe. No, I'm not only in VeVe. I have a lot of other cryptos, and then I have a little bit of other NFTs. Okay, the marketplace is open. So the reason I started in crypto in like 2017, and I don't really understand the people who keep on, and it makes sense if you have a business, if you do this all registered on their business. I don't. But the business is, it can protect you because you can like reinvest stuff and it doesn't count as gains or losses until you take it out, blah, blah, blah. All right, the Web of Spider-Man going for about 13 gems. I might just want to buy one of these. Let's see if I can buy this. It probably is already bought. Yeah. That's the most annoying thing about the market is that everything is bought immediately. So I might just wait to buy this because I do want a common version, but I'll probably just wait. So the common going for 12 gems, and then let's see the secret rare, which isn't It's about going for 1K right now. There's 22 available, so some options. Yeah, so long story short, I'm not only in VeVe. I have most of my stuff is in various cryptos, and then I have Omi, of course. VeVe now makes a pretty good percentage of my portfolio, though, like stuff in VeVe, because I've only, let's see, since Decon around there, I've really only concentrated on VeVe and what's going on there. I do watch other crypto stuff from time to time, but VeVe takes just the opportunities in VeVe are crazy right now, and I think they will continue to be crazy. And if you can do well, you can do super well. And I enjoy it. It's really fun. I mean, I've made my YouTube around it, so I will continue to do this. I really, really enjoy it. Reading comics and everything. It's cool. It's like super, super what my interests are. So not only in VeVe. What I was gonna say is I don't understand because I know Randy Chavez, he'll like sell his Omi and then put it into VeVe, and that's not easy to do unless he has a certain way of doing it. Because if you sell Omi, you're selling it on exchange, and then you have to cash out and then put that money in VeVe, which means you have to put it in your bank account. Technically, if you're doing it like straightforward, you have to put it in your bank account and then you transfer that to VeVe. That is not easy to do. There's a million steps. My thought is maybe him and a bunch of other people, he knows people he can trust, that he can say, hey, I'm going to send you this much Omi, and then you're going to transfer me this many gems in the app. And maybe that's the way he does it. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. But yeah, going back to and from, plus every time you do that, you have to pay capital gains taxes. So I just kind of buy and hold mainly in crypto until they get up to selling points, which not many of my stuff has hit selling points at all. The only thing I've really done in crypto is transfer from one thing to another, just to get to, buy something on Coinbase and transfer that to another place and then buy something else with it. So I've made sure it's like the losses or gains have been like less than 1%. It's like really, really nothing as far as like importance. And then when I take profit, I want to make sure I'm taking profit. I'm not like nickel and diming. Much more long-term hold, and that's in general how I feel about these. Like I could have easily have sold Todd Batman really early and done well, but I learned a long time ago from crypto trading that going in and out, it's a horrible, horrible idea. You kind of collect and you have a more of a long-term collection if you can, and then you keep on building stuff and building stuff. Some drops are not announced on Medium. Is that a bad thing for the project? Like pricing? So sometimes they kind of do secret drops, and they do that for a reason. They don't need to announce anything because everything will be bought up within a second. So they've done secret drops during Decon. They've done it during New York Comic Con, where they'll just announce it on Twitter like the moment it happens, like an hour or two before it happens, and that's it. There's not a Medium article, there's not anything, and you just need to be paying attention. I don't understand what you mean by bad thing for that project for like pricing. But I don't think it's a bad thing for the project. I think it just creates more people that are more obsessed with it because they follow it more and more and more. The MCP is going to create more gamification. What I mean by that is not necessarily like literally a game, but it creates that more obsessive behavior, which is both good and bad. It makes you a little more addicted to it, which is good for anyone who's in it now, which means our prices will go up because people put more and more money into this. But you always have to be careful. The really wonderful thing with almost everything released right now is everything is a first appearance. Everything is a meaningful thing. A few years from now, that won't necessarily be the case. All these first appearances and stuff are going to be pretty darn expensive, I think. As long as we don't see a major NFT crash in the short term, we could see a crash where people lose interest. They're like, oh, I can't believe I spent money on that or I lost money. That could happen. I don't know when. I don't know how. I don't feel like it's going to happen this year. If you look at my video where I talked about the outlook for 2022, my gut feeling feels like the crypto market in general is going to keep on hanging on. If there's a massive crypto crash, that's where I see people, you know, swearing off NFTs and everything. Again, VeVe could still do just fine during that time. I don't know, but I think that would be a catalyst for things dropping quite a bit if possible. And then the people would be left. So like me in my group here, I definitely believe in them, and my girlfriend probably does, but she believes in them because I do. I think if she were alone, she'd be like, I don't know. And she would just, she's the type of person like, oh, I'll just hang on to it forever, and if it is worth something, it's worth something. So yeah, I think we'll do well in the future. Yeah, it's a vague question, but I thought like when it's not announced on like Medium or Twitter, it would not reach its potential. So again, everything sells out in a second anyways. There is, in gaming, there's definitely it's some games it's almost positive to stealth release, it's called, because it has like this air about it, and you stealth release it, it almost creates more of a panic, more of an excitement, right? It depends on what they do it for. If they do it for something really big like Pokemon, it wouldn't be good because people would be upset that like there should be a lead up to Pokemon or something, or Nintendo or something. There shouldn't be a stealth release of that stuff because it's big and people want to know about it, and it wouldn't be, people would view it as like unfair. You need to give us a chance just because I'm not on, I have a job and I'm not on here 24/7. That's not fair. So I understand stuff like that, but as far as like VeVe is concerned, it reaches its full potential. They sell out immediately, and then if anything on the secondary market, people will buy it because like, oh, I didn't even hear about it. But there's not been too many stuff that they don't have a Medium article for. And let's look back. Let's see what they don't have one for. Oh shoot. So I wish they had VeVe drops. Okay. So Mickey Mouse, Labbit, Rogers, USPS, Guardians, Coca-Cola Bears, Deadpool, Iron Fist. I'm trying to think what's missing here. They do it for most things. Again, DCon and New York Comic Con, they had some drops where they didn't publish an article for, but it's not often. And usually the article is published like the day before, so you might be missing it because it's not often before, but I don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's a problem at all. It's a marketing thing, if anything. So yeah, I totally disagree. VeVe Vault, I mean, they're probably just messing, probably just clowning, but y'all should do blind box collectibles format for every drop in the app. Who all agrees? Who else agrees? Still got to show some great love, VeVe Vault, but it seems to me I get 90% of blind box collectibles format drops. Yeah, anyways. Let's go ahead and check out what is going on here. So the market, I'm curious. Okay, let's see what the prices are right now. Sitting at 12 gems, or did we go up? I'm at 13. 13. I feel like I just want to grab one right now. I don't have many gems in my wallet, but everything's just going to go up and up and up. All right, 13. I usually bite off the drop and I regret it. All right, I'm just going to wait for it to do its thing. If it goes up to 20 gems, who cares? I missed it. Then great. Then it's going up, and then it'll probably go up more. Let's see where Ultimate Fallout is. I wonder where the secret rare is. So I probably will buy that Ultimate Rare if I can. They're awesome covers. Really, really awesome covers. I think Miles will continue to be a big guy in the universe and in gaming. Let's see, Marvel Comics. Let's see, I bought an Ultra Rare a little while ago. Let's see how that's doing. Ultra Rare is right at 3K. Great, great. Not upset about that. And then Fantastic Four. It's Marvel Comics. Looking for Amazing Spider-Man #1. That one I bought an Ultra Rare of as well. I chose that over the Fantastic Four #1 just because, again, I think Spider-Man is where it's at. He's more popular in pop culture than Fantastic Four in general. So this one is probably around 1,000-ish. Yeah, 1.2. I think they're actually really, really similar to each other. And this is the Amazing Spider-Man #1, 1.4. So I made a good decision. I made a good, because they're around the same price at the beginning. So this is 1.4 and 1.1 or 1.2 is the Fantastic Four. Let's see here. Spider-Man. We got some Micornos. Todd Batman, I think, is doing super well. How's the Planet Pizza Truck doing? Oh my god, 1.5K. That's insane. That's crazy. All those are just doing insane. Elsa, how's Elsa doing? Elsa's probably 3.4K. Oh my gosh. The Batman Who Laughs, he was... Are you kidding me? Wow. I should have bought more of these. I bought one a little while ago at like 144 because it was an FA. I'm like, cool. And it was sitting at 400 like yesterday. Jeez, that's just insane. Damian Wayne. So this is the Robin. Damian Wayne is son of Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul. So his grandfather is Ra's al Ghul, if you remember the first Batman with Christian Bale. But yeah, Damian Wayne, that one's gone up quite a bit. He was sitting at around 100, 120. I should have gotten him around then, but I did not. I digress. There's just so many things to pay attention to. Homer Bart, 2.2K. The Punch, this one I want to go up really bad because I got this one to trade. Ito, I'm upset about this one, 2.2K. Should have got him when he was around 500 because I wanted to complete my set, but I did not. Captain Carter. Captain Carter is one I'm surprised is not. She's a set in and of herself because she's a single one set. And unfortunately, she's a Marvel Mighty, but she's one of the better looking Marvel Mighties, just like Dr. Doom. Let's see what Todd is at. Todd is always fun to look at. He's kind of like a barometer for how the entire market is doing. Becky Cloonan Batman is doing really well. Todd McFarlane. So Todd is at almost 14,000 gems, 13,888. And like I said, the market cap, if you buy these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, if 10 of them are bought, we're almost at 15K already, which is effing wild, just crazy. What's Becky Cloonan Batman at? A few thousand, 3.4K. Man, things have just gone crazy in the app. Anyways, let me know if you have any more questions. If not, I'll probably head out pretty soon. I need to get used to. I'm so sorry. I've been going back and forth here, and I'm not used to my comic reader setup. So I've not been switching back from the comic reader to my correct overlay. So let me know if I mess it up. But yeah, so we will be here tomorrow, again, 30 minutes before the drop. Probably read that comic again. Let me know what you thought about it. Is that interesting to you? Do you like reading the comic? Otherwise, I can do, I always have research done to talk about whether we have, because there's a lot to talk about with this Spider-Man, the Ultimate Universe and the Ultimate Marvel Universe, and like what that is in comics, how that plays in to what's going to happen in the Marvel Universe. Again, we're going to get some Secret Wars movies, which the Secret Wars have to do with Ultimate Universe. It's a different like timeline, more or less, is how the Marvel is treating it. So there's some cool stuff that is happening that I found out, and it's going to be really, really interesting. And as we saw at the end of Kraven's last hunt, he killed Spider-Man, that son of a bitch, with a rifle. That weak man he always wants to do with his hands. Anyways, and comic books are so interesting because I'm used to reading graphic novels. Comic books are so short and quick that it is interesting to like read them single like this. So I'm curious to like read them in more succession and experience them that way. Comic books are expensive, man. Anyways, I'll hopefully talk to you soon. Remember, follow me on the 3Ts and IG, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram at SodiPopMedia. I got some more stuff coming up. and I will see you tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Pacific time, so 30 minutes before every drop, and we have 5 more this week. So super exciting. Hopefully we get one tomorrow and every day thereafter. And Dash, hopefully you get one as well. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.